Hello everyone, welcome to Intrinsic Archives. My name is Verlaine, but you can call me V. If you are new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. In this channel, we do beauty discussions and lots of commentary. So if you like what you see and you want to see more, go ahead and like and comment down below. Say it with me. If you're feeling the vibe, go ahead and subscribe. Show your girl some love and hit that subscribe button down below. And don't forget to follow me on my social media, CoffeebeanVee. Today we are going to be having a more serious discussion in regards to the recent suicide of Cheslie Kryst, as well as others who tragically end their life recently or anytime. This particular suicide, I believe, have people puzzled and truly having everyone grappling and reflecting on mental health and suicide. How can someone beyond beautiful, who is such a positive role model, someone who's accomplished so much and reached out and inspired millions of people, possibly be depressed or take their life? With the hundreds of videos that's being made, I would like to just have an open and vulnerable conversation about mental health, suicide, depression, and anxiety. Despite the hundreds of videos that's being made on this particular topic, I still see a strong misconception in regards to signs of suicide. Typically, a lot of people believe that when an individual is depressed or experiencing symptoms of depression, it is simply outwardly. For example, loss of appetite, loss of interest, low energy, overeating, undereating, visible sadness. People tend to believe that when a person is typically depressed or is going through something, it could be very visibly seen by the other person and therefore easily detected. But as we've seen time and time again, a lot of the time there are individuals who is considered a functionally depressed, meaning that they still show up to work, still with a smile on their face, still eating, still drinking, still participating, still actively going through the motions of their life, and yet internally they are battling. When you talk to family members, friends, acquaintances, coworkers, a lot of the times the response is still the same. Well, I didn't know they were depressed. Was there a sign that I missed? Because to me, they were acting normal. As someone who has battled depression, as someone who's also attempted to commit suicide, the feeling is all too familiar, which is why I want to handle this particular video with care, because you never know what a person is truly going through behind closed doors. Even after my last suicide attempt, I truly believed God saved me, but there was a brief period of time where I was almost angry at God, and it was a moment of, okay, God, you saved me. I'm here. It didn't work. Now what? What is my purpose? Why am I still here? What do you want from me now? There was even a moment where I took a failed attempted suicide and told myself that I was even more incompetent because I couldn't even do that correctly. And it breaks my heart even deeper now that I've somewhat recovered to then turn around and see young, talented people either attempt suicide or commit suicide. Nothing is more painful than counseling children as a healthcare professional, as someone who is active in the youth, in churches, in the community, to have even younger children, middle school, elementary school, to talk about, I want to kill myself. When it comes to mental health, when it comes to depression, low self-esteem, anxiety, the feeling of overwhelmness, the feeling of all these mental health diseases, they do not discriminate. They don't care what race you are, what age you are. It is not picky when it comes to social status, whether you're poor or rich. It can affect just about anyone. The word selfish typically comes up when it comes to suicide. When it comes to people committing suicide, a lot of the time they say, well, that person is selfish. Here they are making a decision and completely affecting everyone around them. And though that statement may be true, but let us take a second and take a step back and remember that we're all human, that we all have emotions, that there are just certain pains and certain issues and certain traumas that a lot of people just don't know how to cope with. I'm not saying suicide is right. I'm not saying it is the best decision to make, because it's not. It's not. It's preventable. But unfortunately, by the time people realize, by the time the person vocalizes that pain, it may already be too late. Or maybe they don't vocalize that pain at all until that act is already committed. For this particular case, it seems like she covered her illness with so many different accomplishments in her life. There could have been a pressure of having to be perfect, being an overachiever, which can have negative effects, can stress you mentally, emotionally, physically. Sometimes people wake up and their soul is just tired. For all the individuals who are going through low self-esteem, depression, having suicidal thoughts, feeling overwhelmed with life, please understand that there are people who do care about you and that can help you. Suicide is truly never the answer. You are beautiful, you are wanted, you're not a waste of space. You are loved and beloved by someone. You are God's perfect creature, though you may not realize it. Even if you feel like you can't reach out to anyone, reach out to God. I pray that God gives you strength. I pray that God puts healing and a sense of peace in your heart and can carry you throughout this burden that you're going through, can carry you throughout this situation, this experience, this trauma that you are going through right now. In every video I post, there's always going to be mental health links as well as phone numbers for you to contact if you need help. If you don't feel comfortable contacting those numbers, feel free to DM me. I'm always a listening ear, always sending out prayers to everyone. Give your family, friends, loved ones, coworkers a hug. Reach out to them, make sure they're okay. Despite how tragic this instance was, as well as other individuals who have tragically taken their life, I pray that truly touch others and get the proper help that they need, as well as spread even more awareness, even more conversation in regards to this matter. Especially in the world, I feel like mental health obviously is not something that is taken seriously, and I'm thankful, despite how tragic this instance is, I am thankful that this conversation is finally being taken seriously, and finally people are truly reflecting, going through these sites, going and really taking the time to treat this subject matter with care, because that could be your sister, your mother, your family friend. Because at the end of the day, like I said before in this trending theme throughout this entire video, it could be anyone, someone you love, someone you hold near and dear. It could be you. So take care of yourself, take care of everyone around you. I am sending love. I will pray for everyone. And I hope to see you guys on my next video. Feel free to like, comment, share. I would love to hear everyone's thoughts down below.